So everybody, it's Amon here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome back to another one of my versus battles. As always, we're going to be talking about our two great finalists. Jonny Vincent, father in the Bully universe, more power scaling I've seen. But the leader of Greasers is someone that can bop for the most part. We're going to be using two different classes cases involving Jonny Vincent in comparison to the boy, Johnny Lawrence, even father in the case involving his own universe Karate Kid / Cobra Kai, but in his own right, still can knuckle up. Let's see who's better. Within the form of Taekwondo and some specialties of brawling versus karate. Hope you guys will enjoy as always. Let's get rocking with it. Jonny Vincent is the leader of the Greasers, like I said before. He's fought in comparison to the other case members involving the Volley story, but at the same time he's cool, fearless, and an in his own right.
Nothing?
Money.
You think it's funny, don't you? You think I'm a
better.
joke? Well, my little friend, I'm the king around here. Me!
I know.
This man is
You're
very
the king.
serious.
But my queen is a slut, and now everybody's laughing at me.
Even being weaker than the others, like I said just now, the other people in Bully don't stack up to the same capability necessarily as Furious, or at the same time capability to rack up on somebody like Jimmy necessarily, even though other people could do a lot better, like the Colossus, Russell, and at the same time he's gotten fought by Jimmy twice and put in the dirt easily. But let's go and discuss more about Jonny Vincent. Now Jonny Vincent, like I said, is the leader of the Greasers. He's a bully in his own right. He has his 50s black vest look. With him being the leader of the Greasers, he holds a lot of power technically over in his little hood rat gang. His wife / queen, not this mug, even though it's really just a girlfriend who be cheating on him, be out too skimpy, is Lola. My man is a clown and a simp, and my man was getting cucked by Jimmy. It's unfortunate. You gotta laugh about it on the road though. But at the same time, he's a furious player. He does love Lola way too much, but I kind of feel bad for him, especially since Jimmy again cucking my man. And when he got the time, he was ready to slap Jimmy just now on some Will Smith shit. Keep my girl's name out your fucking mouth is a glorious quote for Johnny. But at the same time, Johnny, as a practitioner, besides his little history, because nothing much else known about him, even though happened in New York or Phil about things, can fight, does understand different area capabilities in martial arts by the other version I'm giving him. Now Johnny in this just uses a normal classification of brawler-like moves, street fighting, really, nothing really else. Low capability, there's more street fighting really, but again, he gets slapped by Jimmy. Jimmy with all his moves demolishes him in multiple hits. He's getting fucked over right now. Like he legit is fodder. He holds no point. He's weak and he sucks. Overarchingly, though, when it comes down to capabilities in comparison to the others, I guess he has some step up being good. But again, like I said, there's nothing about him in that, man. He has a little grab move. He has his 3-piece technically. 1, 2, and then brings up a flat kick or just a kick to go and grovel you in the dirt and spit on you. Never happened on me because I was too fast and I bodied him in multiple hits. As you see here with Jimmy, Blue Crip fault. But at the same time, that's besides the point. My man Johnny is father, like I just said, at the same time, not to repeat, but he does have some runaround capabilities in comparison, but again, he doesn't hold that much in comparison in fighting, because obviously he gets swapped by other people, but maybe granted, in other cases, maybe you would hold up a little bit more in his harder capabilities, but he's still just fodder. He doesn't have anything, has a sidekick, that's it. But we're actually going to give him a lot more, because he has the capabilities to be stronger, depending on the case of his character, with this being said. He was originally built to be this Taekwondo great martial artist where he was doing some Jin Sakai moves with a whole 3-piece pack up leg, doing a 2-piece or just line up into kicks, doing that, a free one kick, a swerve kick or some Johnny Cage shit. We're going to allow him to do that. Again, these moves would be a lot more vital, but I don't think they're going to downgrade him that much to anything better or worse against Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny Lawrence, the man who took Cobra Kai and made it better. However, we are not here to talk about that because I already have, shameless plug. And today we are looking at specifically just how powerful Johnny Lawrence is. Like how strong he is, how durable he is, and how fast he is. Along with how skilled he is. So just like the Daniel LaRusso scale, I'm going to be first going over his younger version and then going up from there. Back when Johnny was a kid and rising to the top in Cobra Kai, he was able to
For the
punch
research.
Vidal, a black
Shout out
belt
to
in
him.
the finals, and then he proceeded to slam him in Karate Kid with ease. Kreese says he's specifically a third generation black belt, which I really don't know what that means. But throughout Karate Kid 1, he's shown to be the strongest in Cobra Kai, though after Miyagi shatters his confidence and Daniel took Ali. This is why people like Bobby low-key did better than Johnny in the tournament, despite time and time again, Johnny being stated to be the strongest student in Cobra Kai, with the exception of Mike Barnes. Despite being weakened though, it is to an unquantifiable degree, and it's not like Daniel himself wasn't injured against Johnny anyway. It wasn't until after he was training with Miyagi and learning the drum technique where he was actually shown to be scaling to Chosen at all. So, unironically, Kid Johnny isn't even getting the wall level scaling, and he probably loses to the top tiers of Season 1 in Cobra Kai like Miguel and Robbie. Down horrendous. However, when he gets his life together and becomes a sensei once again, we see him perform some crazy feats.
That's going to be it for that. Again, thank you to Ty Learn for talking about the research. Obviously, we're talking about young Johnny Lawrence, because I didn't already possibly going to make that clear before, because I know now, looking over it, didn't exactly make that clear. I don't actually mean Johnny Lawrence as an adult, because he just smashes Johnny. Johnny versus young/teen Johnny Lawrence is what we're talking about. We're not talking about Cobra Kai. We're talking about Karate Kid. He's not actually father in the bigger scope. He's equal to Daniel LaRusso, and at the top, go check out his tier list. Go check out a bunch of stuff. Shout out to Ty Learn. Go join the Cobra Kai Discord and all that. Pretty dope Discord. Anyway, though, I'm going to explain some things that he's talking about and every stuff involving his character and all that, and every stuff that comes into play with him. I want to go and talk about speed. I want to go and talk about what third generation black belt means for some people who want to know, or people who just don't care. Third generation black belt just means that that person, aka Vidal, father and grandfather, had black belts. The first generation, the Grandy, then the first, Daddy, and then third one is him. No homo. It's just, that's what third generation black belt means. Just a three-way of people who have black belts and high-ranking people in karate, whatever their classes may be. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Also, at the same time, Speed and Karate 2 is the only actual showcase, and correct me if I'm wrong, where he actually forms subsonic speed, not as Johnny Lawrence himself. I'm just saying in comparison to someone like Daniel. And what I mean by this is because later on in the scaling, which you can go check out by this video, and accounting for what Daniel can actually do, Johnny Lawrence as a teen, again, is father in comparison to Cobra Kai and everybody else. Daniel doesn't actually get more high put and capabilities till later on. You feel what I mean? So evolving Johnny Lawrence, he's the one that actually overputs a bunch of other people by themselves in ranking, by himself, because none of them scale in comparison to him, because of the fact that, again, he's the best at Cobra Kai at this time, besides Mike Barnes. You feel what I'm saying? So the strongest Cobra Kai at a specific point in time. And so with that being said, Johnny Lawrence holds big high regard in comparison to everything that he can do in comparison to the others, and there's stuff that comes into play with that. So that is why, in the bigger amount, they hold whatever staple of what they have at a different case of time in this sense. That is why they're the way they are. That's the way they form the way they are. A simple point. With that being said. And so with all that being said, that's why overall how they work and how they do stuff is going to be different in comparison to how they are as teen. So that's what they are here. And to cut straight to the point, in case that might not be making sense, even though I feel like I'm saying that as simply as possible, is in the form for how they do stuff when they're teen, such when they're older, is a whole different form than the power scaling that is contributed to the actual top. So just because Johnny can do something when he's older does not mean the same case when he's a teen. Okay, let's make that clear. Number two, his Spain's evolving case math for scaling is only one top, because it's not actually overthrowing the others, like I said. Because again, Daniel gets to the point where he actually has subsonic speed in Karate Kid 2. With Karate Kid 1 all the way to 3 is not the case exactly in the same bout, because of one point of version and the other layout that comes in that play. So that's one. So yes, when he's older, he has subsonic speed, which basically means a form of having half the form to be at the speed of sound, which is not too out of pocket because of how they can do stuff and all that. But in this, his speed isn't to that, so he's not just going to be able to bust him. Even then, I could say for some clarity that wouldn't just outrule Johnny, but it probably would just smack his ass. He'd be able to bop him and bring the pain immediately, because at least he's able to take sort of a beating from Jimmy, but he would probably instant kill him a lot more faster than whoever might possibly win here. But that's just why that holds effect to the capacity that it is here, because the instant capabilities he's going to be able to do shit. But that's just why, again, to reiterate, in comparison, he has capabilities that he does the way it is. Because his capabilities are not the same as that. Number 3, I want to talk about, most importantly, besides, okay, one version of him being this powerful, how he is as a teen, his space of speed, other kind of scaling, is number 1, again, just because he's fought a person other people, doesn't take him away. And what someone like Jonny has is going to put him out of the game, but it does make Jonny a little bit more versatile. And so, with everything that's been said about Jonny Lawrence, that's pretty much it, all I want to talk about. Now we're going to talk about who will win in a general over Barkley in case of a fight, in a sense. Also, I want to go and put something out there before I talk about who win the fight, Johnny Vincent or Jonny Lawrence, like this video is talking about. I wanted to say I have a black chain of Cobra Kai with the whole strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Cobra Kai, you already know what it is on the road. Who would actually go ahead and rope the W? Well, first of all, with this taking place in a street fight, because it's dramatic in the fact that obviously the Greasers are street brawlers, I would say that Johnny would have home base advantage. It's not going to put off Johnny Lawrence overarchingly, and I feel like they would go hand in hand. If Johnny Lawrence can really go ahead and hit him with some of that arcade stuff, it really depends. We're not using him at the end of Karate Kid 1. That's the only thing he plays a part in. Obviously, within the Karate Kid trilogy, that's how things are like and how he rolls about with things and for the capabilities that he has. But comparison and in line account for how he can do stuff all around is a whole different story, because he can't actually roll up one thing in comparison to everybody else for what he can do, and overarchingly could just be dominated, bested, can't really hold up something in comparison with this. And it really depends about the runaround of things, because overarchingly with his character, he could possibly do something. He got fierceness, he got brutaliousness, I guess, but he's not like gonna actually plunderfest them with an ass whooping. He's not gonna go full warriors on them. They couldn't actually push and do something on them if they really wanted to. They're not actually gonna be able to do anything colossal to each other in all rise in comparison. It's just not that simple. It's not that easy, and overarchingly, it doesn't change anything for the character overarchingly. I feel like Johnny Lawrence has the skill. Johnny has the versatility capabilities to do something, because Johnny Lawrence is not fodder in comparison to someone like Johnny Vincent in the lower half of Bully with his skill, could pack with all this other stuff, and the fact that Johnny Vincent only has one good feat, and that's putting Jimmy on his ass. But one, he catches Jimmy off guard, we could possibly say. Most importantly, for the writing half of it, it wouldn't actually take anything. Excuse me for my hiccup. Hold up. Could talk. Anyway, like I was going to go and try to say, I'm going to drink some water real quick, is that his runaround with his skill in comparison to someone like him, who could obviously possibly pressure him, but not just place him in a downfall for how he could actually go and do things. It just depends on the case for how he goes about things. And overarchingly, I don't think that's a fair argument. So who wins this all around the runaround? I would say it's Johnny Lawrence. Johnny Lawrence wins with skill, bats him out. Johnny Vincent is fucking ass. He owes no point. And I feel like he just gets bodied. Simple as that. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Tell me what you guys think. Who will win the fight? Johnny Vincent or Johnny Lawrence? Pretty simple to say. That would be Johnny Lawrence. Love y'all. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Army. Love y'all.